I'll start it off. Gabe Arnold, after his match this past week, said a few things about you. If you didn't hear, he said he's ready to take your head at the match this weekend. Do you have anything else to say about that?
He's a starter. I thought the other guy was the starter. Didn't he win the? Didn't the other guy win the tournament?
He's been starting, but I haven't read anywhere that there's been a final determination made.
Yeah. I like the game plan for the other guy. I think the other guy is a better wrestler, but I don't know. Maybe he's trying to sell tickets, but I think our crowd comes out every single time, so there's nothing to sell. So I'll be there Friday night, ready to go.
Carter, you've had a ton of matches in your career that haven't gone the full distance. How do you make up for that in the season when you're not getting those 7 minutes in dual meets, whatever it may be?
I mean,
how do you make sure you get the reps?
I mean, I'm wrestling Kyle Snyder in a couple minutes here, so I think just it's wrestling guys like that. I mean, I got Levi scheduled this week and Josh Barr and Aaron Brooks. So when wrestling guys like that, it's just when you're wrestling out there, it's just a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? So almost got to be smart in the room because these guys are just so good, you know what I mean? So, and that's what it's about, and that's what I love. So, like, it's for me, I almost look forward to training so much, so I just got to keep the focus on competition days, you know, just because when you're out there wrestling, like, even after the match last week, it was Levi hit the nail on the head. He was saying, you know, like, you can feel these guys they're okay with losing, you know what I mean? Like, you can just tell, like, you can feel that they're just fine with losing, which is just a crazy mindset, you know what I mean?
So is it maybe surviving? You know, they're okay with just surviving? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I mean, if I was a guy wrestling Levi or Aaron Brooks or even Mitch, it's just like, I mean, I would try it too, so it's just like, what can they do? So, I mean, you can't be too frustrated, so you got to just keep getting better, keep coming ahead, and just keep focusing on the game plan.
Carter, what did you think of Josh's third period?
He's I mean, he's a lunatic. I mean, I remember when he first came in here a few years back, and when I wrestle the new guys, I just like to see where its guys are at, like with their mentality, because our coaches are going to get all these guys ready to go with all their technique and stuff like that. So it's only a matter of time until it's catch on. But I'll keep going, and I want to see how long these guys can go for until they break, because it's always that one guy when you're wrestling, all right, bro, like, I got to go, you know what I mean? And it's like, so it's who's going to be that guy? And I remember we were going for like 5 straight hours, and he just kept coming back to the middle, and he was young too, so I was kind of putting it on him, and like, I was like, oh damn, like I'm getting pretty tired here, so, but he just won't stop, and so he's one of those guys that's just going to be really good, and he's going to be next 4-time champ.
What's the toughest gauntlet you ever gone through in here? Like you said, Kyle Snyder. Do you ever go Snyder, then go Varner, then go?
Yeah, well, I wrestled Coach Varner this morning, and then now I got Snyder right now. Yeah, so I mean, it never ends. I mean, and that's what's fun for me, and that's honestly one of the reasons why I chose Penn State, just because these guys are all dialed in, and it's about getting better, you know, and it's just about getting those positions, having fun, and I know we say that a lot, but it's just. I mean, it's wrestling. I mean, it's a game, and we're all here because we love it. We don't got to be forced to be here or anything like that. So it's just, I just love figuring it out. But early on in the career, maybe it's wrestling, Varner, and those guys. It's not so fun because you're on your back half the time, and you're a little annoyed. But I mean, it's all part of the process.
You said this morning. What time do you get up to go with Varner?
We wrestled at 8. Yeah. So it just kind of depends on whatever we feel, honestly.
What happened?
No, we were just working on technique and stuff like that. Yeah,
not an accident.
No. It's funny now because he's about 195. He always says. So,
he just walked by.
Yeah, so we're about the same weight now. But yeah, I mean, he's fun to go with, and I mean, he's a guy too. I mean, we have like obviously like all of our coaches on the college team staff, but as Coach Varner was a multiple-time NCAA champ and Olympic champion. You know what I mean? So it's just having that guy walking around with you. I mean, you feel pretty lethal.
So, last one for Carter. I mean this in a sensible way. You guys practicing here with all these guys that you have. Is it easier when you're going out and wrestling records?
Yeah, I mean, obviously 100%. I mean, it doesn't get too much better than Coach Cale Sanderson, Coach Casey Cunningham, Aaron Brooks, Kyle Snyder. I mean, you can't go anywhere in the world and get a better practice partner. So, I mean, it's definitely more of a challenge here, but again, I mean, you don't get paid for it's coming to practice and getting wins. It's all about getting your hand raised out on Friday night and Saturday night. So that's always got to be the focus and things like that. But it's just another day for us, you know what I mean? And that's what's fun for us. And I think that's why our team is can you dominate. Even like when you look at Luke, his match last week, I mean, and the kid was all fired up and celebrating, but it's like if I'm the coach of that match, you know what I mean, I'm kind of pissed off at my guy, you know what I mean, you kind of back up for 6.5 minutes and then one scramble happens, you get a takedown, it's like that's not setting you up for the Big Tens and things like that. So I mean, it's just that's not what we do.